Okay, so welcome to our Push to Emerald call. Tonight, I really want to just get really real with you and talk to you about what you need to do to hit Emerald. First and foremost, mindset. Like I said before we started recording, you just need to believe it. Like Emerald is not hard. It's you and your significant other or your mom. Like, you have there's a U+2 rule in play that your mom is, maybe she wants to support you. Maybe she wants to try the Shakeology, and then you can just get her to sign up for the discount. So there's one coach right there. And then you have a girlfriend that, always is talking about, wanting to go to the gym and she never makes time. Well, hey, how about you're my accountability buddy? Do you want to do this together? Yep, cool. Okay, this is the package I signed up with. You want that? Yep, cool. Okay, you want to save money next month when your Shakeology comes out? Yep, cool. Okay, you're Emerald. Like, you guys need to stop overthinking it. Even if you don't have a mom, a significant other, somebody to use as like, then it's just two people that that want to maybe lose a little weight, become healthier, and love the skin that they're in a little more. That is literally every single person on this planet, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they don't want to lose weight, but every single person on this planet could. You need use some more positivity in their life and love the skin they're in a little more. So I want you to stop feeling like you are burdening people with this and start realizing that you have a freaking opportunity to change somebody's life. If I never had this opportunity, those of you that don't know my story, I had $7 in my bank account when I started as a coach. True story. I put it on the credit card. I literally had a negative bank account the next day because my student loan payment came out. I had my master's degree in exercise physiology, worked 3 jobs, was never home, never saw my husband. And honestly, I didn't even know if we could have kids because I didn't know if we would be able to afford a full-time nanny. I mean, like, shoot, we were gone 16 hours a day. Like, how would that even work? And now I am able to work from home a couple hours a day with my babies by my side. And honestly, I can't imagine if I didn't get an invite to coaching. So instead of being worried that you're bothering somebody, how about you think about, hey, whose life can I change? And when you flip the switch and you realize that this is seriously the best freaking opportunity to either make money or honestly have a community. How many people can say that coaching has made you a better person? Taking the time to chug my water. Yeah. So honestly, if you have gotten one thing out of coaching, why are you afraid to invite people to this? And so the beauty of this is you have an opportunity to help someone in one way or another. You guys, honestly, coaching helped me financially, physically, emotionally. It helped me even in my faith. It connected me with people that brought me to God. Like every single aspect of my life. I have had, for those of you, again, that don't know, I have a lot of anxiety. I have like a hair or something in my bra. It's driving me crazy. Sorry, I'm like digging in there. But for those of you that don't know, I suffer with anxiety a lot, and then postpartum depression too. So, in July and August, it was really rough. I think July and August was probably really rough for a lot of people with COVID and quarantine and everything. It's just really not good for people's mental health to not be able to connect, hug, and see people, So I really struggled. And you know what? When I had a bad day, who did I go to? I went to my team. I came to you guys because you guys are the most positive people. You know what? I can come to you because you are people that are constantly working on bettering yourself, and I can have a safe place. And I know that if I need somebody to lift me up, it's you guys. You are the first to be there to support me, to, say, hey, it's okay. You're amazing. And then when I'm having a great day, you are the first to celebrate me. You're amazing. Way to go. We're so proud of you. Does your family do that? I mean, hopefully, yeah. But, if maybe they're like mine and they're super judgy. I mean, my sister's a coach, so we love her. But, it can be really hard because sometimes the people that you're closest to are quicker to judge you, are quicker to be hard on you, are quicker to, just pass judgment. And so when you have this tribe of people that you can connect to, I want you to take the time to get on these calls, to make relationships. If you are not in a little group pod with other coaches that are working their business, reach out to your upline and say, hey, can you connect me with other working coaches? I really want to build friendships, because it's worth so much more. I'm seeing Lindsay on this call that she came into our little group pod today, had a rough day. And honestly, it was like, I was catching up because we were at the pool, and it was message after message after message saying, Lindsay, you got this, da, da, da. And then everybody's chiming in about how they wanted to murder their husband at times and why working out is so great. And it's like, it's so nice to have that place of people that just get you, that like sometimes you just need to vent. You don't need to be a negative Nancy all day, but you just need to get it out and then you'll feel better. And knowing that you're not alone. And so, you know, join a pod solely to vent about husbands. That, yeah, that's, you gotta be careful with that can of worms, because then you might not get anything done all day. So yeah, I just can't tell you enough that you need to get out of your mindset of like, oh, inviting is so icky, it's so scary, and like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go find a new best friend. Okay, so like the people, my closest friends that I talk to all the time, I've met through coaching. I'm literally going insane right now. I'm so sorry. I hate the feeling of a hair. Got it. Okay. Sorry. Okay. That's the way I feel about inviting. Okay. Hannah said that's the way I feel about inviting. So total, like, you know, open forum here. Who else feels a little icky about inviting, or who feels nervous, or like, I know I should, but I don't? Okay. Yeah, I see you, Brittany, because we just had this conversation today too on the phone. So what did you tell me? What was your aha you told me, Brittany? Because you're like, I think I figured it out. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Huh?
I think I'm confused. Just kidding. That was Joni. I talked to too many people today. Sorry. Anyway, but I did just message Brittany because I see this a lot. Now raise your hand if you post your post on Instagram like, hey, thought up this great post, put it out here. Here's my Transformation Tuesday. But my Facebook, crickets, nothing, scared. There's people from high school there. Oh my goodness, they might see it. Also looking at you, Brittany. So, and I yelled at Liz for this too. Just calling everybody out today. But this is a cool thing about Facebook. I know that Instagram is a lot of your jam, but don't, like, you have another platform. It's there already. Use it, because here's what's really cool about Facebook is you have this warm market of people that you probably forgot about. Like, if you had to name them, they would never come to your mind. Maybe you worked together years ago or something like that. So they know you, but they don't know you. Then they have this opinion of you that, oh, she was nice, I worked with her for a little bit. Yeah. And then like they start seeing your posts like, oh, her posts are so inspiring. Like, I just love this girl. And then you're talking about it. And then they finally are liking or commenting or maybe even messaging you. And you're like, wow, I didn't even know they were there. So stop forgetting about these other people that you can be reaching. Now, what I want you to do is your homework this week is go through your past posts on Instagram and Facebook. And I want you to write down every single person that has commented. And I want you to start a list of 100 people and start with the people that have commented on your post, and then go to the people who have liked your post, and then go from there. I guarantee if you go back a while on some of these posts, you can easily find your 100 people right there. And then in September, you're going to work your way through that list, and you are going to breathe belief into them, because a lot of people, if they have objections to coaching or doing this, it's because they don't believe in themselves. Who here was afraid to say yes because you didn't want to fail? Who here was afraid to say yes to coaching because you didn't want to fail? You didn't want to look stupid. You didn't want to be that girl on Facebook. You don't, whatever, right? Who freaking cares? Who freaking cares? You want to know how you fail? Being too afraid to try. Like, boom, like the end. So don't be afraid to try, and don't be afraid to just ask somebody. And this was you that told me this, Brittany. This was the thought I was connecting to you. So, when you're like following up with people. And I mean, I literally invited Brittany and Lindsay for years. And when they said no to coaching, like, it wasn't like, oh, she asked me again. It was just like, no. And then I came back and checked in later. But Brittany said, she was like, it was because you were genuine and you had conversations and you talked to me about things other than, just products or sales or, joining your team. And so, I never felt annoyed when you showed up in my news or in my inbox. And that's what you have to do. You just have to be a friend. Like, would you, like, the first time you walked up to somebody at a cookout, you're with a bunch of people, would you walk up to them and be like, hey, I sell Shakeology. Would you like some? Hey, just wanted to check back in. The last time I asked you if you wanted to buy Shakeology, you said no, but you want to buy it now? Like, you wouldn't do that. So don't do that on Facebook Messenger. Like, be a human, have conversations with people, and just enjoy the process. Go in and be a friend. Can you check in on them? What do they need? What are they struggling with? What can you give them for free? Check in with your current clients. What are they struggling with? And I do this every Tuesday. I check in with clients and I usually am, hey, how's it going? What are you struggling with? What's going great? What are you proud of yourself for? How are your shakes? And what are you noticing? Are you noticing more energy? So this is like a little bit of a conversation. So I am going through that. And when people are like, oh, I'm just really struggling because like, I'm just so sore and I don't even want to push play. And I'm like, girl, you need to recover. It's going to be a game changer. Why don't you just grab the Energize and Recover bundle? You're going to love it. So or I'm really just struggling with what to snack on. Hey, have you tried the beach bars? Why don't you grab a box of that and see if that's for you? So not only are you doing that with, other people, but too, when I'm connecting with my customers, they already are in, like they're drinking the Kool-Aid. They love what you're talking about. Like, tell them something else. And what I usually do, okay, it's not gone. Sorry. Squirrel. What I usually do is, just seeing like, how are they using the products? And if they're not, why? And if they have 2 bags of Shakeology, okay, here's Shakeology balls, a recipe from Pinterest, and my favorite Shakeology mug cake. I know you just said you're struggling with your sweet tooth at night. Do this. So figuring out how they can also use what they have, and then creating more volume. And if they're not a coach and they're doing more things, well, yeah, you should totally do this for the discount. And if you want to just, kind of invite a couple of your friends, I can do it for you and you can make a friend bonus or a referral bonus. So making it super easy for them too, if they're down to do it and ask their girlfriends if they want accountability buddies, then you can say, hey, I'll help you get a referral bonus, and literally talk to their friends for them in a 3-way message and get them signed up under that person and help your client become coach, get to Emerald. You really need to just think outside the box. Like, how many more people can we help? They have a whole new connection of people, and you don't have to make them go through the new coach training and do all this and do all that and do all that. You have it right there. And if you're not sure how to, reach out to your upline. Hey, I've got this challenger who just told me that she's interested in, maybe she has a coworker that might be one interested in doing it with her. What do I do? What do I say? Just reach out to us. We will help you. Okay. I do that all the time with coaches. If they have somebody that's like somewhat interested, like, hey, let's do a 3-way call, all of us. And I think I told Joni this today. Don't think that you need to be the expert, because if somebody came to you inviting you to coaching and they had this well-polished presentation, they didn't stutter a word, they were perfect with everything, and you're blown away, but you thought, I couldn't do that. Like, I couldn't do that. So it's going to be very overwhelming. Versus when you don't think that you need to be the expert, you get on a phone call with somebody after I have this 10-minute video. I'll put it in the chat. I have this 10-minute video and I save it. Oh, not Zoom video. Coach vid. It's text replacement is amazing because I have a Mac computer and then my phone. So I just type in coach vid and that pops up, and it's a 10-minute video. Everything you need to, and I say, hey, we put this together. It's like the most common questions that we get about coaching. It's 10 minutes. You don't even have to watch it. Just listen to it while you're driving or folding laundry, and let me know what you like best about it once you watched it. I say, let me know what you like best about it once you check it out. And I reiterate, you don't even need to look at it. Just listen to it. It's going to answer a lot of your questions you may have already. And because it talks about how we get paid, and it talks about all those other things, you don't have to do those little details. So then I ask them, tell me what you like best about it. And they're like, oh, they usually say something about the community. And I say, yeah, girl, oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite things too. Do you have like 10 minutes tomorrow? Let's just hop on the phone. It'd be so much easier. And it'd be easier for us to connect. And I know you're busy, so I respect your time. So do you have 10 minutes in the next couple of days that we can talk on the phone or FaceTime? And, I honestly just do phone calls. I don't even do Zoom or FaceTime because I just want it to be quick. I want it to be low key. I want it to not feel like, oh, I need to put my makeup on. I'm going to talk to April. I'm going to do this or, anything like that. And I just get on the phone and I talk to them and I ask them questions and I ask them why they're interested. And then I'm like, yeah, I think you'd fit right in with our crew. And if they ask you something and you don't know the answer, guess what? You say, that's a great question. I just got started with this. What's really cool is we have an awesome team. So I'll ask my coach and I'll let you know. But the awesome thing is that you are so supported that you don't have to have all the answers. Like, don't be the expert. Just tell them straight, like, no big deal. I mean, guys, you don't need anything, but you need to be 18 with a social security number to be a coach. You don't need to have a high school degree, nothing. So just know that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And the more that you're just genuine and you're just excited and you just believe in them, they're going to want to do what you're doing. I have so many people that say, I want to be, I kind of want to coach. I don't even know what you do. But I was talking to a girl literally this week and we were voice messaging back and forth on Facebook Messenger. She's like, I don't even know what a coach is, but you just seem really happy. And I think I need that in my life. She doesn't even know what we do. No idea. But she's like, what is this? I need it. Doesn't do the workouts, but she's like, okay, I get paid in 2 weeks. Let's talk then. Like, if you are excited and you're happy about life and, you're just being your genuine self and sharing it and what it's done for you, people are going to want that because so many people, especially right now with like everything happening, they need positivity in their life. And when they're like, I'll have people say like, I don't sit there and watch a bunch of stories, but I really like yours because you're real. You make me feel normal. And, you're just happy. And that is what I want you to do. And if you're not happy, don't pretend to be happy, but talk about why you're struggling and then turn it into a positive. So the moral of this is Emerald isn't anything other than what you're already doing, sharing that and just not being afraid to talk to people and not being afraid to get on the phone with people, not being afraid to just, hey, you are just absolutely so fun. I just love talking with you. It was so good to catch up. Have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? Because you would seriously be a kick-ass coach. Like breathing belief into them before they even, start. Because sorry, there's babies, didn't mean to swear. But believing and breathing belief into them is so, so important because a lot of people are afraid of failing. And they just don't think that they're going to do it or they're going to be good at it. So when I'm talking to people about challenge groups, when I'm talking to people about coaching, I am like, oh my gosh. So a challenger option. I am so excited for you to join us. I'm so excited for you to take your before photos on day 21 and be stinking proud of yourself. What do you say? Like when you paint that picture, you're imagining them feeling good. They're like, okay, yeah, I can do this. This sounds awesome. Like they're already doing it in my mind. And, that also is huge. Just belief, like talking about it, like can't wait to see you on day 21, how good you feel when you take those after photos. So basically you're going to connect with people. We have these networking power hours. You guys have, if you don't know what that is, go to the Beachbody Champions. There's networking power hours in there. There's other power hours in there that you can literally just listen to and follow along. Like they set a timer and they do it and they give you lots of tips. So you're going to connect with people. You're going to engage with people. And I love the saying, be interested, not so focused on being interesting. Like, don't just be, oh, me. You have to go and engage with other people. People aren't just going to come to you. I've been a coach for 7 years and I've been consistent as heck and I've worked my butt off and people do come to me. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. For 3 years straight, I invited every single day. I started new conversations. I invited every day. I didn't even take like holidays off because I was so excited about this business. And now I have been able to build a 6-figure income and that I am able to do this from home that I love because I wasn't afraid to hustle. I wasn't afraid of bothering people. I wasn't afraid of sounding icky. I just did it. And you know what? I vomited Beachbody on a lot of people in the beginning, but guess what? I still made Success Club the first month as a coach. I made my investment back like almost triple. Like I did all of these things even though I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a sales background. I just showed up. I did the trainings. I showed up for team calls, and then I sharpened my skills. That's why team calls. That's why things like this, where you can ask questions. That's why, you know, these group pods, and, you know, a lot of us are running a Dash to Diamond group, and there's a Dash to Emerald group. You need to take advantage of that and treat your business like a business. There's a good thing and a bad thing that for about $200 or less, you started this business. That is awesome. But it's also a, you know, kind of a double-edged sword, because, okay, well, it was $200, you know, it's not $100,000 that you're in debt because you started a gym and you have like other people's, you know, employment on the line that they need to be able to feed their kids. It's not this, all this extra stress. So if I don't do it, I don't do it. But you can only give 100% every day. So if you give 75% today, you have to be fully okay that when your head hits the pillow, that's it. You don't get to give 125% tomorrow to make up for it. So show up, do your non-negotiables, know that you are going to do huge things. Make a vision board, believe it, see it, picture it, know it. Because if you're in this to do these big things, but you don't actually believe, like, oh, that'd be cool, that'd be nice, but I probably will never do that. I'll try, but anytime you say I'll try or I hope, like, it's not going to happen. So that is number one, is just changing your mindset and believing, because once that is different, the actions will follow. The actions will show up because you'll be so motivated by what you believe is going to happen and know in your heart that it's not as scary to send an invite, because you know you have to do that to change their life, to change your life, to change your family's life. And if they say no, or they, you know, they don't sign up that month, like, some will, some won't. I just said this yesterday. Some will, some won't. So what next? There you go. I'm like really great at throwing out quotes and like forgetting the rest. And it's like, oh, that's a great quote. I'll tell you the rest later. So yes, you're going to connect with people, you're going to engage with them, you're going to compliment them, and then you're just asking them to be your accountability buddy, either with your workout or, you know, hey, you were so fun to chat with. Like, okay, for example, I have this girl from Instagram. We're literally twins. I love her so much. She's in Washington State and I'm in North Carolina. She's a client. She just got switched over to me. I don't even know if she even buys anything anymore, but we talk every day. She's like literally my Instagram bestie. And, you know, I'm always like, you would be such a badass coach. Like, can you imagine, like, you need to coach so that you can come to our next Diamond Retreat and we can hang out in real life. And these are the way that I talk to people, because you choose who you work with. And when you have people that you really enjoy, just don't be afraid to invite them, because you have a dream team and you need to not be afraid. I don't care how many followers they have. I don't care. Like, go talk to them and know that you have a great tribe to invite them to. And if they say no, it's okay. Nothing has changed. They literally aren't on your team right now. Nothing has changed. Okay. And then I want to go through the chat now and see what questions I can answer. And does anybody need help with when somebody is like, yes to the challenge pack? Then I ask them, you know, hey, do you want to, you know, do this to get the discount? Does anybody need a script, or does anybody struggle with what to say to get them signed up as a discount coach, or are we okay then? Okay, yeah. So I saw Stephanie say that. So can somebody tell me, does somebody want to tell me what they say for the discount coach option? I personally don't do that very much because I have so many of my accounts are stable, unless they are, like, I usually ask them the second month for me. So I don't do that as much. I usually just invite challengers to be discount coaches after. So if you guys have it, I would love to hear what you say. So who does that?
I've done it once. I only have one, but I just told her, I was like, okay, so if you're getting a challenge pack and you're thinking about like continuing Shakeology, that's the one that she chose. But if you're going to continue Shakeology and Energize, you're really going to get more of a discount, more bang for your buck if you go ahead and sign up as a discount coach. with the challenge pack because that initial coach fee is waived. So like you're not even going to have to pay for that, and then you get these discounts. And then I kind of like break down how much they would be saving. I got that tip from Jessica, saying like, hey, this is what you would pay, especially if they're getting more than one thing or getting the Shakeology, because I was that person that, you know, wasn't going to buy the Shakeology because it's so expensive. And even with my coach discount, like it wasn't going to be that big of a difference, but I mean, it's still $10 or whatever. So that's what I did. Like your coach fee's waived. So even if you do nothing with it, with the coaching thing, you're saving $10, like worst case scenario.
Exactly. Yeah. Anybody else have anything they want to share? I'm going through the chat now. Struggle transitioning the convo to a coaching invite without word vomiting. Okay. When you don't know what else to say after you are talking to somebody, you've complimented them, you've engaged with them, instead of being like, so how's the weather? Be like, you know, girl, I got to get going, but I just think you would be absolutely amazing. You've been on my heart for a little while, thinking that you would be such a great coach. Have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? And just leave it at that. And a lot of times people, like when you, okay, give them a compliment, why you think they'd be great at it. And have you ever thought about doing what I do as a coach? And that's it. Like they're already like, wow, you think I could do that? Like, that's so cool. And so that's what I do. If anybody else has anything else they want to put in there, feel free to add in the chat or unmute yourself. So I'm just going to go through these things in the chat. So keep putting things in there, or if you want to unmute yourself, feel free to. Andrea says, I'm working towards diamond, struggling to find my tribe. It's slowly going, but time balance with work and some other things taking up my time is finding the time and making sure it's very productive. And that is so true for so many people, whether you have kids, you have a job, you have this. All I can tell you is you will not find time in your day. You have to make time. So set alarms on your phone, watch one less, episode of Big Brother a week, whatever you have to do, you need to make time. And you know what? That's why network marketing, that's why everyone isn't successful in network marketing, because not everyone is willing to sacrifice their time that is already stretched, which is fine. I'm not saying you don't sleep, don't spend time with your family. I'm not saying that. I'm saying prioritize your time. And when you do have any extra, like you find 15 minutes where, okay, I don't have to leave for 15 minutes. The kids are fine right now. What can I do? Spend time in your inbox. Have conversations. Honestly, scrolling social media is not going to get you there. You might be like, oh, I'm just working and seeing if anybody wants to lose weight on their status. Like, no, I want you to be in your inbox, talking to people, connecting with people, and messaging people and inviting people. So that's the biggest thing is, when you have 15 minutes, what can you do to be doing a business generating activity? Spencer will be diamond by the end of the year. Currently an emerald and struggling to find your tribe. What I would say is go through, and if you've never done the color wheel, do that. If you need help with what the color wheel is, go to Ask Your Upline. If they don't know, Beachbody Champions page, I know it's in there. It's basically something that you fill out about you. So for example, mine would be like weirdo, Jesus lover, girl mom, leopard lover. I almost said weirdo again, double weird. There's a lot of stuff. German Shepherd mama, guacamole lover. So, it doesn't, Target lover, like think about things that people think of you. So like, I know I get tagged in leopard things all the time. I get that tagged in matching girl, baby and mama stuff. I get tagged in German Shepherd stuff, guacamole stuff. I know that maybe it's not something that like, wow, people know that I like wine. Cool. Or people think of me when they think of Truly is awesome, but it doesn't matter. If people think of you, that's what you need to talk about sometimes. So you go to Pinterest and, I always say I'm a hot mess too. So sometimes I find a funny hot mess meme or something. And when you're like, I don't know what to post today, just post something funny about that, or something about mom life being, a crapshoot. Just talking to your target market. Talking to my people and time management are always two things that trip me up. So we kind of covered that, but honestly, you just need to go. The more that you talk to people, the better that you'll get. And when you talk to somebody, like if you wouldn't be like, okay, I can't go talk to that person because I don't know what I'll say if they say this. Like you just are human and they're a human, and you go and you have an adult conversation, like the end. So stop overthinking it. And if it does come to something where you're like, okay, I have no idea what to say, take a screenshot, send it to them. It's not like they're like, rude, she didn't respond, it's been 5 minutes. They're probably off like changing a diaper and cleaning up boogers or something. So relax, okay? Just have fun with this. Murdering husbands. I feel personally attacked. I had a coworker ask how I'm so confident to post all the stuff I do on my Facebook story of my sweaty workouts. And I would just be like, because I don't care what anybody thinks of me. And if I can help somebody, that's awesome. Like, no, I think I did see it. Somebody say like, yeah, other people's opinions don't matter. They don't pay your bills. So you have to stop worrying about what Sally from high school is going to think, because she's not a part of your life. So who cares? She might be rolling her eyes, but you're cool. You don't know that. It doesn't matter. I feel like that's what I struggle with, starting conversations with people before inviting. I think I've covered that, Stephanie. If there's still anything in particular that you're struggling with, feel free to let us know. If I do not have very many posts so far, do you ever recommend sending cold messages out to your friends on Facebook that you haven't talked to in a while and who haven't commented on any of your posts? Only if you are starting a conversation to catch up. And go into it, honestly, to be a good friend. Come from a place of giving. Can you give them a free recipe? Can you give them, something of like helpful? Can you go to their page and say like, hey, I don't know, I just came across that picture of your daughter from the lake that you guys just went to. Like, how was your trip? How are you? It's been so long. Be genuinely interested and maybe give them a compliment or something that you noticed them, instead of like, hey girl, how's it going? It's been forever. Like, try to be a little bit more engaging, and then don't be like, yeah, it was so good to catch up. Do you want to join my challenge group and buy Shakeology? Like, you just need to make sure that people don't feel like you are only messaging them to join. And so if that is your intention, then you need to change that. You need to say like, I'm looking for, and I want you to spend some time tomorrow morning and say, who am I looking for? Maybe write it out. Have some good music playing. If you guys don't know who Lauren Daigle is, I am personally obsessed with her right now. She's got a beautiful voice, and most of it is worship music, but I love her. And so I put her on, and I will just do my affirmations. I'll do my gratitude. And I want you to write out who you want to serve. Not who you want to sign up, not how many Success Club points. What kind of person are you looking to serve? And I like to think about the parts of April where she really was struggling. And I mean, literally, I still struggle with things. So yeah, just knowing when you are in that dark place, or even now when you're struggling with things, what mean message are you telling yourself? Me, it's constantly, you're not enough. Not enough. I know this stems from, I was just telling my father-in-law today, like I remember getting grounded because I got a C in freaking algebra in high school. And a B was like, why isn't it an A? And so I have this like, okay, it has to be the best or it doesn't count, mentality. And it's just been ingrained in me for so long that it's stressful if I do something and I feel like I'm not doing it up to a certain standard that I put on myself. Nobody else cares. It just gets so much anxiety and stuff over it. And so that is something that I'm constantly telling myself. So I know that I have a lot of people that are also struggling with. So how can I remind them and give them, like, leave them better than when I met them? So taking whatever negativity that you're telling yourself, flipping that switch, telling people, being real, raw, and vulnerable that you're struggling with it, but leaving them with that positive message, people are just going to like flock to you. Like, do you have anybody in your newsfeed that you're like, let me go watch their stories? Or, oh, let me go check out them and see what they're doing. They probably make you feel good about yourself. Like if you're like, this chick, she's so annoying, I'm going to watch her stories again for the 7th day in a row. Like, hopefully you're not doing that, because that doesn't sound healthy. You're usually watching people's story or reading people's posts that make you feel happy. So think about that. I am new to Facebook and just started adding friends, so I'm not sure how to start the conversation with people I haven't really spoke to in a while. I think I went over that. Just start genuine conversations. And guys, do a free group. If you are new and you are really trying to get people in, do a free group. Brittany, let me think. Brittany, Lindsay, Brandy, Jessica, Liz. No. Who else? I do this every time. I'm forgetting somebody. Who was it?
Stephanie was, yeah.
Stephanie. They ran a free group and they all like pushed each other. It was so awesome. They all did lives. They got out of their comfort zone and it was really, really great. And Liz was telling me like she invited a lot of people to it. She got out of her comfort zone, just, you know, inviting people. And free groups are great. And if you guys use the Mompreneur things for your challenge groups, they always have a free group in there. There's literally posts exactly and graphics what to post in it. So start doing that and start doing a free group. I say do a free group the first week of every month. So starting October, I'm going to start doing this with you guys. So anybody that wants to run it, come to me. But yeah, the first week of every month is a free group. And then you invite all of those people that you pour into, that you don't expect anything from. And then you invite them to either the challenge group or the coaching opportunity. And you're not afraid to just like invite them because you've already put lots of deposits into your relationship bucket and they trust you. So run a free group. And if you're scared to invite somebody to a challenge group that you don't really talk to, or it hasn't been a like real easy like connection with you talking and you're like, okay, well, this doesn't feel genuine, then invite them to a free group or ask them, you know, hey, I'm meal planning this week. Would you want me to share my free meal plan with you? Like just give them value. And then that's a great way to start conversations. Like, do you usually make your plan for the week or what do you kind of do for dinners, things like that? So I think I covered everything in the chat. Does anybody have any conversations that you're not sure where to go from that you want to ask us that we can help you before we wrap it up? I'm happy to help. Any questions at all? Okay, so what I want you guys to do is, if you are not Emerald, please write in the chat when you are going to be Emerald. Not a goal, not a wish, not a, like, when are you going to be Emerald? And remember, our Beachbody week is Thursday to Wednesday. So what Thursday, what day, go look at a calendar, will you be Emerald? If you are Emerald, what day will you be Diamond? Emerald is 2 people. Like, y'all are playing small if you don't think that you can do it by this week. You have a week to get it done. So say you hit Emerald today, you wouldn't be officially recognized for it until the next Thursday. That's when like everything updates. So if you are not making your goal to be Emerald by this week, then you are playing too small. If you're here tonight for listen to me blab on and on and on, you know, and you can, if you could sit here and listen to a call for almost an hour on a Thursday night when you could be with your family and your friends or doing anything else, literally anything else, you have it in you to be Emerald this week. So I know that we're going to have so many Emeralds to celebrate. And what I want you to do is make that list of people, go through all of your posts that people have liked, people have commented. Yes, I'm going to be Emerald. I love it. Not like, I'm going to try. Like, believe it, see it. Picture the Emerald graphic that your coach is going to post on Facebook and showing all your friends and family how freaking amazing you are at your business. And they're going to be like, oh, okay, go ahead. That girl's getting a promotion. It's a big deal. You unlock the compensation plan. I didn't even talk about this. Do you know why you should be Emerald? Not because I said you should. You literally get paid. You literally get paid. So now you're going to start getting paid not just what you sell, but what your team does. So don't just stop there, because guess what? You're not going to make a ton of money with 2 coaches under you. You're like, Emerald, rolling in the dough. Nobody ever said that. Actually, my husband's account dropped to Emerald this week, and it was like a dagger to my heart, because Emeralds cap out at $250 per week in cycle bonuses. His account usually makes a lot more than that. And Mama didn't check his account because I thought he was good. So don't do that. Don't be April. So yeah, so you can so you want to keep going because it caps out at 250. So then you go to diamond and you make more money per cycle. I have a great graphic that I can share with you talking about the compensation plan between emerald and diamond. But just know that the more people that you are able to help, the more people that you're able to help in the long run, because that next person that you sign, guess what? All of their friends now that you can help them. And not only that, but they're like, it's a ripple effect happening that's not going to be just changing lives. It's also going to be like, you get a couple rock stars in your downline and your income can drastically change. Drastically. So just knowing that that next person, they may be the rock star that you need, but don't quit, because the first 2 people to get you to emerald probably aren't going to be there to get you to diamond, and the first 12 people, so it's 8 people plus 2 emeralds to get you to diamond, aren't going to be the people to get you to 5-star. So you have to continuously make these new connections, talk to these new people, and remember, some will, some won't. So what next? Continue to help people and love them and serve them where they are. And don't drag people. If you're like, oh, I've been trying to get this coach to diamond for so long. Well, girl, like, you go find, other people, love her, support her on her journey, be excited for her, but you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can't. So stop focusing so much on an energy on people that aren't doing the things that you know that they should be doing or they're capable of doing. If they're asking you questions, help them. But if they're not motivated, you can't push your goals on people. But you can set goals, and emerald is 100% you. Like, when you're like, oh, I'm really pushing for 5-star, can't make somebody be diamond, right? You can help them, you can encourage them, you can give them the tools. Emerald is all you. Like, diamond is mostly all you, plus a secondary account, and then one other person that has 2 friends that want to look better, feel better, love the skin they're in. Like, stop overthinking it. It is so doable. It is so unbelievably doable. You're playing small if you're not thinking you can be emerald by this week. You're playing small if you think, oh, maybe in December I'll be diamond. No, like, you can be diamond so soon. Like, it's you and 12 people that want to feel better in the skin that you're in. That's it. So, okay. Let me see anything else in here. Diamond by end of the year, diamond by December 1st. Emerald by next Thursday. Yay, emerald next Thursday. Stephanie said Crystal Crystal, who we just celebrated, she hit emerald in an hour last night. I will be diamond December 3rd, diamond by the 17th. Oh, I love it. Emerald by next Thursday. Manifest it. Yes. Emerald next Wednesday. Okay. Thinking of other people's opinion, my favorite quote when I trying to get over that feeling was, don't take criticism from people who you wouldn't go to for advice. Yes. It really made me think about how few people's opinion truly matter to me and the rest is white noise anyways. Amazing. Honestly, too, one of my sisters is one of our star diamond coaches. So Melissa Ludwig is my sister. Love her. Our other sister is very openly thinks network marketing are all schemes or scams, whatever. So, she told us that she literally like unfollowed our post because we were annoying, and that could have crushed us. It could have, but you know what? She's not my tribe. I love you. You're not my tribe. You're not why I'm doing this. So it's not for you. You love you. Okay, cool. I can't tell you anything different. Okay, cool. But I'm not doing it for her. And it doesn't matter who they are or what, maybe you don't have somebody that's supporting you. It's a significant other, but what can you do to help them understand? So if anybody has somebody that doesn't like support or encourage you, maybe it's because all they see is you on your phone ignoring them. So if that's the case, you need to be very clear with your communication. Hey, let's have dinner, family time, and then let's watch our show together. And then I have to do about 30 minutes of coach work. Is there anything that you can do or any shows that you need to catch up on while I do that? Hey, I need to do a call tonight. Can you do bath time? And then we'll watch a show together after. That little conversation, that little communication is a game changer versus them being like, Okay, there's April again. I remember specifically, it took me way too long and too many fights with my husband to really be clear about it. And I remember vividly, he was like, okay, going through and finding a movie. He's like, I'm not watching another movie by myself, because I was obsessed with my business. I was always working. And he was the one suffering, the person that meant the most to me, that was most important to me. And you don't want your kids being like, Mommy, can you get off your phone again? Or, you don't want them saying that. So there's a fine line. So when you're talking and you're communicating, hey, Mommy's helping people get healthy right now, so you're going to play this, and then guess what we'll do together after? Like, being very communicative, that's not a word, communicating to people and setting priorities of family time is so important. And that will, if you do that, the sooner you do that, the sooner everything will change. Because if you're feeling guilty because you're on your phone, or you're doing this, or you're doing that, you're just not talking enough. So maybe they need to know what Success Club is. Maybe they need to know what a challenge pack is and how cool it is that you just sold one. Maybe they need to understand what it means that you hit Emerald and you hit Success Club, and now you can get leads from the customer or from the company, literally people Beachbody gives you. So just being really open, and maybe you make a goal like, okay, once Mommy, okay, think about it this way, $50. So every challenge pack, you make about $50 depending on what it is. So maybe you set a goal to make $500. And when you make $500, you do something fun with the kids. Like, okay, once Mommy makes or helps 10 women get healthy, we'll go for a night at Great Wolf Lodge. I don't know, like we'll go for ice cream. like you could tell a 3-year-old that and they'd be excited. Like, gotta make $500. Ice cream's really expensive these days, but they'd be like, okay, Mom, go get healthy. So just making it a family affair and just having open communication is huge. Believes it's a joke, though it's been paying our groceries the last few months, but you're right. I probably haven't said it more like you explained it. Yeah. I mean, and that too. And like the numbers don't lie too. Some people, I'm looking at you, Jessica. Some people have a significant others that are very number oriented. Okay, break it down. How much have you been contributing to your household income that wasn't an option before coaching, when you're still literally doing, the same thing you were doing before, except you now have this extra income because you're doing something that gives you a purpose, that helps you feel like this is why you were put on this earth. And so, yeah, just being very open, having good communication, and knowing that you're not always going to have like an hour solid to work. And that's just life. But you're not also ever going to find 30 extra minutes lying around. But if you make 30 minutes, you get to bed earlier so you can get up earlier, or you do whatever, you sacrifice something somewhere. That's what you have to do to go far in this business. If you don't have big goals, fine, sleep in, watch Big Brother, do whatever. Like, if you do, you need to figure out where you can make changes, and that's going to be the difference. That's all I got. My husband always supported, but turned into a real believer when he got a free trip to Cancun Success Club trip. We are seriously the same person, Stephanie. The more that I talk to you, the more that I realize how similar we were. I remember that was Matt too. He was like, always like, it's kind of like my cheerleader. It's like, you go, girl. Yeah, okay. And then he was a restaurant manager, so we never saw each other. And he was sitting in the airport on the way home from Cancun, and he said, when you retire me, he is, like I said, he was working 65 hours a week. And I was like, what did you say? He said, I mean, when like you're making enough that I can quit my job. And I'm like, it was real to him after that. So get them to Success Club trips, like get them to, these other events. Let them see how freaking cool it is that you're really doing something. This is a legit business. And, don't minimize yourself. It doesn't have to be a side hustle. Like, you're not a girl boss. Like, you're a freaking CEO of a company, and it can be as big as you freaking want it to be. So go get it and love it. And if it is something that you're like, I don't have these big audacious like goals, I just want to be able to, pay our groceries, pay this, pay that, own it, be proud of it. It's not something little, like celebrate it. Maybe they don't realize it. Tell them, tell the world, like be excited about it. Add an income disclaimer at the end. But yeah. So, okay. That is all I have. Let me stop the recording. I did not mean to talk this long.